Hey guys, Frisian here. We have this 2015 Chevrolet Camaro, and we're going to address the very common issue of the sudden loss of heat and AC. Okay, so pretty much you cannot control the temperature. All right, so what happens is that the blend door breaks, usually right in this corner where the actuator connects to. This is the GM product number. Very inexpensive part, about 25 bucks or so, but a very expensive job. This customer took it to a dealership. The Chevrolet dealership wanted $3,000 for this job. He took it to other local shops and they wanted 2,500 bucks. And I told him, I mean, there's another way besides removing the entire dash, because that is the correct way of doing it. We're going to do another way where you can access it from this corner down here and pretty much cut a section of the heater core box and take out the blend door from there, the broken one, and put the new one back in there. So he agreed, and that's what we're gonna do, and give him a better deal. So first thing you want to do is make sure that that is the problem, that the actual door is broken. You can physically see it from the passenger side. So you go up to your passenger side and you're gonna need one of these guys. Very expensive as well. This was from Harbor Freight, and there's tons out there. So what you want to do is go under the passenger side, and then this sensor right here, that's the temperature sensor. Okay, so you're gonna twist and pull. Again, twist and pull, and the sensor is about this long. You gotta take it out, you're gonna leave it hanging here, and then on that hole, okay, you're gonna put in your scope, and then you're gonna see that whenever you switch the temperature here, pretty much the blender is not going to move, okay, because it's either broken, it's fallen, and so no movement. There is a possibility, you know, that the actual actuator is not functioning, but I've never seen that to be the case. It's always the actual blend door being literally broken. Okay, so when it breaks, it falls and you literally don't see a blend door, or sometimes it's broken and it just halfway fallen, and you know the actuator twists, the actuator turns, but obviously the door doesn't because it's broken off. So anyways, once you verify that that is the case and that there is no movement on the blend door, you have no other choice but to either take out the entire dash or do it this other way. So what you're gonna need for this job is some screwdrivers to, you know, pry out some of the connectors and the plastic, and you need a 7mm Torx 15, Torx 50, the actual blend door, that's the product code from GM, and your best friend to do this job is going to be a hot knife like this, so you can cut the plastic as accurate as possible, and I'll show you where to cut. After that, you're pretty much just gonna need a hot iron to weld on the plastic back in there. I'll see a lot of people use just like gasket maker, but I'm gonna put some, but I'm going to re-weld it with plastic back in there, just so it could be nice and tight. So we remove the seat, two Torx 50, remove the harness connector at the bottom of the seat, take the seat out, clean your area so you can lay down, and now let's go ahead and start removing all the plastics that are under the driver's side. So let me go ahead and do that. Once you remove the air duct, remove the actuator, remove that cable, you're gonna have two 5.5 bolts. Okay, remove those. Yep. So what you're usually gonna have is this coming out with it. Okay, and it's gonna be an empty hole because you're supposed to have the blend door right there, the connector. So sorry, my marker didn't want to cooperate much because it's like 38 degrees here in Michigan. But anyways, you're gonna have to remove this bolt here and this one right here, and once you remove those, you want to cut around as straight as possible and behind this bolt. Okay, like that. So once you cut that, you're gonna be able to dig in the broken door, and then we're gonna put it back together. So like I said before, your best friend is gonna be a hot knife. You can use different type of methods, but you got the heater core right behind here, this line. Okay, so this is the most dangerous part. You do not want to puncture that, because if you do, then you are going to have to remove the whole thing. So anyways, be careful and put your hot knife and cut this off. So once you got your hot knife and it's really hot, you're gonna be slicing this like butter. Okay, you're gonna make your way down. You're going to make your way down. Like so. Alright, so let me cut this all around and I'll follow back. So now we have our cut all around, and we're gonna pry it out. Alright, so we got the plastic out, and there you're gonna have right there, that's your blend door that's broken right there. So we're gonna dig it out and put our new one in. So make sure that two things: take the blender out, take the actual door out, and number two will be to take out the broken piece out, and make sure you don't have nothing in there so it won't get jammed or anything. So here it is. So I got my broken piece out and the blend door. You don't want to leave any pieces inside because, you know, they can jam the new one. So in case you're wondering how the inside looks, so this is the inside. That stick that you see on like the bottom left, the center bottom left, that's the sensor you can take out on the other side, on the passenger side, to see in here and make sure that the blender is broken. And your center top right, you're gonna have that hole. That's where the blend door is gonna go into. Next step would be to just clean these edges out, these rough edges, so the section that you cut off can slide in easier. Clean these edges off as well. And the next step will be to put your the blender back in there. Make sure it's perfectly aligned with the hole that's at the back on the other side that I showed you. And once it's in there, you will know, because you're gonna be able to open and close the door perfectly, okay, by hand. So once the door is aligned and pushed into the hole that's on the other side, you're going to be ready to put the section that you cut off, and put these two bolts up top, and then after that you can put some gasket maker around the cut, and or weld some of it with plastic weld. Okay, so let me go ahead and you want to start by pushing this plastic from the top section first, and then push the bottom section in. Okay, so at this point, make sure that you can freely move the blend door with your fingers, just to make sure that you're not binding or anything inside and it's not tight. So at this point, We're gonna weld this back together with plastic and put some gasket maker on the station that we can have access. After that, put your actuator back on, your air duct that goes here, and we're gonna test it out. So there it is. Everything is plastic welded back on. It's super solid. It's not going anywhere. So let's go ahead and put the air duct back in here, turn on the car, and check it out. So once you have the key open, you should hear the actuator move back and forth. Close it, open it up again. You should hear the actuator move again as well. Then you can turn on the car, and then you can test out the climate. If you're looking for heat, wait till the car heats up, obviously. But if you're looking for the AC, turn it on, and then go to the AC section, click the button, and you should have cold AC right now. Okay, if you're looking for heat, that's what we're looking for here in Michigan, turn off your AC, put it on hot, and it turns immediately hot. I already had the engine hot, so great heater. So we got great heat and great AC, so this is a success. So there it is, guys. That's how you replace this broken blend door, and we're gonna call the customer, and they're gonna be happy. They save way over $2,000. So all right, cool. See you on the next one.